on the real, yo. For real, yo, on the real, y'all. For real, y'all, on the real, y'all. For real, y'all, on the real, y'all. For real, y'all, on the real, y'all. Hey, yo, what's good? What's going on? Klass Iz N Session, and we back with another one. Today we taking it across the way. We're gonna shoot over to Phoenix, Arizona, and we're gonna do it up. Matter of fact, this is a very special scenario right now because there's another honorary situation. Let's call it that. Meaning, I want to overwhelm you guys with this leadership. So in order to come with a certain level or a certain class of leadership, we have to actually take it from the beginning. Meaning, respect your elders. You know what I mean? And the elders is where the wisdom comes from. The wise words spoken comes from the elders of your past. I mean, to understand who you are, to understand where you're going, to understand what you're doing, to understand what you're about, you have to actually know when to shut up, listen, pay attention, give respect where respect is due. And again, with that being said, I say situation because for anybody that don't know and understand, Phoenix Street News is here with us, ladies and gentlemen. Phoenix Street News, yes. Phoenix Street News is a entertainment directory and news in the digital format. I had the honors and the privilege of meeting the one of the partners of the organization. That's how I actually became familiar with it. But at the same time, now, I have the great opportunity to meet the man behind the scenes, behind the camera, let's just bring them on in. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from all over the world, Phoenix Street News is here in the building. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. What's happening?
Yes, sir. So,
all right.
Talk to us. I mean, I have it ready. I have the your website ready. I want to show the people. I want them to I want them to feel it. I want them to go on. I want them to be able to check it out and see what you got going on and stuff like that. We're setting up a bridge from Vegas to Phoenix or Arizona for that matter. And with that being said, talk to the people about what's going on.
All right. Well, I'm glad you mentioned my partner. We started this magazine it's been almost 10 years now. Phoenix Street News, my partner, Dynasty Brown like I said, when we started this, we were just covering entertainment in the streets. We were covering all of the rap shows and everything. And we came to a conclusion that there needed to be a place where all of these events would be, and you could just go there and you could find out what's going on in the city. So we developed Phoenix Street News because we were in the streets and we wanted to have something that was bigger than just entertainment. So we went with news and entertainment directory. And which means that for any kind of entertainment, whether it's nightclubs, bars, restaurants, entertainment venues, the circus, the zoo, the church, they are all forms of entertainment. And there's never been before us one place where you could go and you could find out Well, what's going on with the bars? What's going on at the nightclubs? What's a nice restaurant to go to? What kind of local events are going on First Friday? The like I said, the zoo, botanical gardens, whether it's jazz, with a friend of mine named Doc Jones here in the valleys, and his daughter Niall Jones, heavy into the jazz scene, and so what I wanted to have is a place where you could find all of that in one click. Go to PhoenixStreetNews.com and find out everything. And that's kind of how we got it started. It's still a build and process and stuff. So but that's who we are in a nutshell. I kind of handle a lot of politics and social maladjustment, I guess you could say, in the community. I'm glad you mentioned about the elders and the young people. It's kind of like when I grew up in the 50s and 60s, the elders were hard, you know, and they had a couple of policies: do as I say do, not as I do,
Yep.
don't talk back,
Yep.
and you're going to be safe. It's going to be okay. One of the problems I used to have with the old with my grandfather was that they wouldn't tell you where the problem was in advance. They wait until you bumped your head, fell down, got scarred up, and then they say, "Yeah, I could have told you that that was not going to be a good idea." And you would be like, "Well, how come you didn't tell me first?" And he says, "Because nobody told me." And we have to understand that where our people were coming from, it wasn't anybody to tell you, because we coming from slavery. It ain't no instructions on how to get past this predicament we in, you know. But now that I'm that generation that the elders were telling me, "Oh, I'm gonna let you bump your head." I'm the guy that's breaking the mold and saying, "No, I'm not gonna let you bump your head if I can help it. I'm gonna tell you in advance everything you need to know from my perspective." And what you can do is filter through that and say, like, "Okay, that was some good advice. I think I'm gonna work with that. I don't think I like that so well," and and go about your business. But what we found in our society now, based on where we come from, up to the 60s, we were good as black families. We were great. We were the most married people in America. And theoretically, it wasn't anybody here but white people and black people and a handful of Mexicans and Indians. Don't really matter. And so we were the most married people in America, coming from the worst condition, coming from jumping the broom. We wanted to be married and be families so bad after seeing how slavery was separating families, was taking the kids at birth almost and moving them on so they never would know who their family, who their blood is, because blood is going to stick together. Blood is going to plot. Blood is going to make it happen. But when you separate that out, where we don't understand we blood and we obligated to each other, well, now, not only with us, but America went through a situation in the 60s and early 70s of the generation gap, where white people already had structure. What they did was the kids said, I sympathize with the way the black people are living, not getting stuff tight. What I'm going to do is I'm going to separate myself from my family. I'm not going to be a doctor because my dad was a doctor. I'm not going to be a nurse because my mom was a nurse. I'm going to separate myself from the old legacy of whiteness. And they end up calling it the generation gap. That's when you have the hippie era. Okay, well, also in that same era, you had feminism, where white women were saying, I don't want my husband to take care of me and buy me everything and put me in a house. I want to be able to go out here and be the boss in the business that he built. And he's like saying, wait a minute, hold on. If you want to be the boss, Missy, you might need to go and build the business yourself. Not come into my business that I already created and tell me, I need to let you in. I need to let the Negroes in. I need to give you a salary that's equivalent to mine. I'm like, no, that's not going to happen. So while white women were saying, we want to be feminists and we want our own stuff, black women were saying, we got welfare. I can sympathize with the woman, with the white woman. She wants her own stuff. I want my own stuff too. Well, but at the same time, black men ain't keeping you from getting nothing. We ain't got no power. So we ain't stopping you from moving up the ladder. As a matter of fact, the white man is letting you move up the ladder faster than me anyway. And so we don't have a problem there. So you got the welfare state, you got feminism, and you got no-fault divorce. So from the 70s to present, we've had a decline in the black family. The black family has went from being the biggest families in America to the least families in America. And for me, I heard KRS-One made a statement, and he's made this statement in a number of formats. And I think I might have saw it on TikTok. KRS says, when old people associate with young people, they move faster among old people. He says, when young people associate with older people, they move faster among young people because they've got advanced knowledge. And what our people are not understanding is that where old people are is where you are going. And the way to get there, the old people already saw the way, saw what works, saw what doesn't work, and are trying to tell you, avoid the minefield. And you're saying, the young people are saying, oh, go on about your business, old man. You don't know what you're talking about. And then boom, oh, shit. I'm like, oh, okay. I tried to tell you. Because it would be like, I came up with an example. It would be like, say, for instance, life is 100 years. And the country represents from east to west the 100 years. So say, for instance, when you're born, you start out in California. And when you're about 12, maybe you're in Nevada. You're on the outside edge. Okay, well, me, I'm like 70. I'm like all the way over in Missouri. You in California just starting out in life. But you got to come the same road that I went. And I'm telling you, okay, son, when you get about 25 and you are in Arizona, there's some shit you need to know about that phase of your life. Because I'm, like you can see me, but see, the thing is, a person can see me in a full figure at 18 or 19. He can't see what's in between me and him. He can't see the road, the path for him to get to me. I can see the path because I came through the path. Got a few nicks, a few scrapes and stuff, and like, whoo, I made it all the way to 70. Come on, son, you can make it too. And they saying, you don't know what you're talking about. I'll figure it out. I'm like, all right. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take one cue real quick and be back after this.
Hey yo, check me, don't like me, but respect me. Class promotes the gift, ratchet. I need a gangster bitch, Apache, classy, flashy, sassy. Buttermilk, nasty, gravy. Hey yo, son, it's all wavy. What's ratchet, pappy? Let's get mega hype like movie. DeHaven Smith, director, yours truly. Smoothly, I rule the unholy. Slowly, they chose me to behold thee. Corrupt gates, malicious.
Hello, you're watching Klass Iz N Session. Get ready to get schooled or be schooled. The size of your social circle is related to the size of your brain.
You should look closely. Pay
Hey, yo, what's good? Social media studies. We here. Klass Iz N Session, and I'm back again. So, with that being said, we got Phoenix Street News on here, and what I want to do is I want to show you guys the website, social media studies. So, let's see what it do.
Check 1, 2. Yes. This is.
Tell us what we're looking at.
Yeah. Now this right here, I think you are on the home page of Phoenix Street News, and as you scroll down the page, you will get some news stuff. You will get let me see, is this might be the entertainment page. What do we got here? Go back up to the top so I can see what page this is. Okay, no, this is the home page. Okay, so now as you scroll down, as you'll notice the ads. And what we were trying to do with this, that guy right there is MC Magic. I covered his concerts. He's one of the top Hispanic artists in the Southwest and stuff. Does a lot of promotions. These ladies, lovely ladies, right here is actually affiliate marketing program. You tap on that, and you're about to get all of the toys for adults that you ever wanted to be engaged in. And this little website right there, Tantus, is a adult toy manufacturer and distributor. They probably should be on the lifestyle page, but I got them up front so people get caught up with them ladies all close to each other and think, "Oh my God, what does that do?" And stuff. And then we had this brother right here with this little clothing thing. He has a little pop-up store where, a lot of times you got brothers and sisters that don't actually have merchandise themselves, but they get connected with a website that has clothing and apparel, and then what they do is drop ship it from that location to your location, and they pretty much call themselves being in business, but I mean, they're just a middleman, to the actual supplier. It's not like they manufacture those clothes. Same thing the way a lot of people do with tennis shoes, where they create their own style of tennis shoe and stuff, and try to start their own brand. But that is what that company is. You click on that and you'll go to their website and stuff. This lady right here, Infinity Suites, she was featured on the local TV show. Now, They probably have something similar in Vegas. This was on Channel 10, where they will feature local businesses in the morning. And she was featured on Channel 10. So I'm thinking, as a business myself that's media, well, what I'll do is I'll contact her, show up with the camera, and hey, I can do the same thing that the news just did for you, except we don't have no time limit over here. We don't have a time constraint of it's going to be on the news and this needs to be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 seconds, 15 seconds, or any of that. I can take as long as you want. Okay, so moving on down the page, one of the things is, and this is kind of personal, but
We have a
this,
lovely warehouse.
but this guy here, my partner, was my partner's husband, and he got murdered on the streets. I mean, it was an ex-husband. They were wasn't married, but what happened was, in the process of us as a magazine trying to solve his crime, we got involved with Silent Witness and the Phoenix detective department, primarily working with homicides. When black men or women get murdered in our cities, that murderer needs to be apprehended. That murderer needs to be caught. And so the citizens, it is no way in a small town of black people that somebody can murder another black person and nobody know who did it. It's just not possible. It's just not possible. And the way people do crime is people tell people they did it. Some of their personal friends know the person that murdered this man. So what we had did with Silent Witness was Silent Witness offers $1,000 reward for any information leading to arrest and conviction. And so what we did was we matched Phoenix Street News or match Silent Witness and make that a $2,000 reward for any information leading to arrest and conviction. And not just this particular homicide. We have another one just to show you how crazy things get. The next one that will pull up, that will, as you scroll down on this page, not more than a month later, this boy was dating my partner's daughter and got killed in the apartment complex by her ex. And nobody can solve this problem. We're like, well, the dude lives right there. And they're like, okay, well, we're gonna have to do an investigation and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, bro. And this young kid was from Detroit, had moved out here to Arizona, tried to get his little life together, was a clean cut guy. He wasn't no doing gangster guy. And the dude that killed him was a guy that don't work, don't do nothing, just lounge around, live with his dad. And I mean, it was just,
he was the ex. He was the ex of.
He was the ex-boyfriend of the daughter, and so he's visiting the daughter. And I try to, from an elder standpoint, try to like, hey, look, I don't know if that's gonna be a good idea that the boy come by the house and everything when the ex live in the same complex. Right. And stuff. And it just, because exes don't care about you got a new boyfriend about to get it. Right. And him and another guy confronted the brother outside and laid him down right there, run off from the scene. It's like you see this guy leaving, you recognize those clothing, you know who that is. Okay, well, now you don't have a eyewitness, like, okay, I saw their face, but I know who that is. Okay, so now the police in a trial don't know that you didn't see their face. The people don't know that you didn't see their face because they know you know them. Okay, so it's easy to put your hand up. Do you start to swear, tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but truth, I do. That's him and stuff, you know. But people like, I don't know, I can't do that. You know how we are in the hood. I can't snitch. You ain't snitching. You ain't involved in the crime and stuff. You are a citizen and stuff. But anyway, so they still investigating both of these doing homicides along with a few other homicides, but going on in the valley. So I keep them up on this particular homepage, and then we have a crime street page, and I have them on that page as well. The rest of the stuff is some news articles and stuff, a lot of time because I built the website, I don't really type and all that kind of stuff. So a lot of times it get kind of cumbersome for me to like get updated stories and stuff on because, but you'll have news stories on down the rest of the page and stuff, and it's just, I mean, it's just one of the kind of things that it's still a build in a process, about how we do a subscription. And then one of the main pages would be like our entertainment street page. And you should be able to go to entertainment street page from down there at the bottom of click over there to the right. You'll get that scroll down menu. A lot of times we have photo galleries and stuff because what we'll do is we go out to nightclubs, go out to events, and we'll photograph people.
These are events that you guys were at?
Yeah. So some of the car show stuff. We'll cover events and how we try to get traffic to the website is by covering events, taking pictures of folks that's at the events. I think some of those videos and stuff because I had my old YouTube page. Took my page down. So this is the entertainment page. Now on the entertainment page, what I did was like this top banner. What I was wanting to do with local podcasters was like feature podcasters. So this is a podcaster's deal with his main logo and stuff that I had on there and some of their interviews, which is a way to get some income into the website. That's my podcast right there, my Radical Mike podcast on Anchor. That's me back in '89 when I was a little fly and stuff back then.
You look like a pimp right there.
I was really a big pimping, bro, back then, bro. I was not playing with them.
I see you.
so I have upcoming events and stuff in this particular deal there. What kind of shows is coming up on my podcast and stuff, and other.
What you think about that? Not to cut you off. What you think about that Haney Loma boxing match?
The who's boxing match?
Haney and Loma right here.
Oh no, I didn't. I didn't check it out. I checked out the Tank William fight with the Mexican guy, and that is an avenue that we should be able to explore. You in Vegas, a lot of fights are going on in Vegas. We should be able to squeeze in there. This is the guy on the left of the screen is Richie Evans. He's one of the hot artists. You might know some of these guys. That guy there in the middle, he's and the brother on the end, he's a DJ. He's there from Corrupt and them's camp. They were at the car show just this past super show in March, I think it was, where all of them were there, and MC Magic was the headliner. This is Richie Evans. He's got some hot music out right now. I did the interview with him, saying this is his bio. Had his bio information on the page. Also, has got another lady that I should be interviewing her on Monday, Miss Veen. She's probably got the hottest. It's probably the hottest female artist in Arizona and stuff.
Ladies
right
and gentlemen, this is Phoenix Street News website. Go to www.phoenixstreetnews.com, and this is it.
And this is what's going on. This is what's going down. And like I said, we are also at this point we're the only media organization that is actually hiring people. That's Miss Veen right there in her bio. We've got her coming up.
That tattoo is fire.
Yeah,
Africa with a crown.
Oh man, she's got a song called "Beautiful" out now that is going to probably end up being the Black national anthem. It is a great song. That's some of my interviews, some of my podcast interviews and stuff. There, we've got a 420 page. We encourage people that are 420 that are doing 420 products to get with us and advertise we're looking for content and stuff, always looking for content, and we're looking for even freelance photographers, videographers that want to have a place to publish their activity. They can do that and stuff. Here, that's some food from Infinity Sweets and stuff. The lady that she's a baker. She went to Cordon Bleu in Chicago. Got her baking stuff. This is kind of on the business page where you can click on the different business folks.
Nice.
Operations. So I mean, like I said, we still trying to put stuff in. It is a ever growing magazine and stuff. Can be as big as we want it. And what we're trying to do is try to get our people involved, because a lot of times our people be slow to move on things. And
100%.
And what we'll do is we'll wait until the white people, the Mexicans, and everybody else start buying it. Well, then, nigga, you just got priced out. You should have got in early when it was cheap. Because once everybody else come, oh, bro, the price is going up. Now it's like, now we can get money, because see, what our people don't realize is that when we team up on stuff, we look big. You know what I mean? We make the thing look big. It's better that me and you go in the room than you go in the room by yourself. You know what I mean? Or if 5 of us go in the room, we're going to get a different effect than 1 or 2 of us go in the room. So if a lot of black people because what we do is we offer a free business listing just for subscribing to the magazine. Instead of the subscription is free. Whereas like once we get big, we're going to charge you for that subscription. You know what I mean? Like right now, we need your subscription. In the future, we're not gonna need it because now we got thousands of people coming to the website to see the content. At this point, we got to capitalize on that. But I'm not gonna try to sell it to you early in the game. We still got under 1,000 or at 1,000 monthly visitors. But when that's like 10,000 or 20,000, now that's of value and stuff. You know, right now only 1,000 people coming. You got to add on the website. Okay, 1,000 people get the opportunity to possibly see it. But when it's 10,000, you want to be in front of 10,000 people, bro. You might have to pay for that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You might want to see value in that. You know, and you know one of the great things about digital advertising is that space is irrelevant. Space and time is irrelevant. So for a business, whereas if you went and had a website built, it'd cost you X amount of dollars, $1,000 for just 1 or 2 pages. Whereas you can have a listing and a corporate ad that you might be spending $1,000 a year, but you got 2 pages or 3 pages on our website. You know what I mean? A person can click on your information and go to a page within our magazine that's got all of your information. You know, if you got your own website, then all you need is a display ad that a person can click on and go to your website. You know what I mean? But if you don't have a website, well then, and you just a little mom and pop business, well, you pay $300 or $500 a year, and you got a whole page that you get to update every 6 months. You know what I mean?
Right.
And the same thing we do with artists, with like Miss Veen and Richie Evans. Okay, if I do an interview with you, your interview is a real cool interview, big time. It's gonna last 2-3 hours. All right. Well, I'm gonna put that interview on our website. Okay, now for a fee, not only is your interview on the website, your bio is on the website. Well, they can click on your page and go to your page that's got where your social media is, where they can contact you on social. It's got your Instagram, it's got your Twitter, it's got your YouTube, it's got your Spotify information all right there. Instead of you having to contact individual people and giving them all of that information. Hey, check me out. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, I'm on YouTube, blah, blah, blah. Instead, you can just, like say for instance, if you're an artist and you pay for a slot to be on a show, well, you are expected to promote that show that you're on. You know what I mean?
Right.
And sell tickets or some more stuff. So if you're on our website, well, it would behoove you to promote your website, your presence on our website. So that
what he's saying, ladies and gentlemen, you know, you got to get up with technology. I mean, because you got to actually make it a one-stop shop, so to speak. Like, for instance, your whole deal should be something like this right here, per se, where you can actually scan that and everything like what he just spoke of will actually all come up. And this is technology. You got to get with the wave, people. I mean, this is exactly where we are. This is technology-filled world. I mean, catch up or get left behind.
Get left behind.
Klass Iz N Session.
Yeah, I mean, you know, just like that image that you brought up right there. Instead, now you don't have to do that, but have that on a badge around your neck, a landler around your neck. You run into people, you say, hey, like, scan that. They scan it, boom, go right to your stuff. You ain't got to tell them, go to my website, www.blah, blah, blah, because, you know, we all talk different. So you say www.I, and they think you said www.y and stuff. You know what I mean? So it's easy for you to put that QR code up, scan this. Even when you watch TV, man, you can watch what's that? You Bet Your Life with Jay Leno and the old dude, right? They'll have scan this barcode on the TV and be in a contest or something. You know, everybody's got that QR code.
So let me ask you. So okay, so we just went through your website. We have a better definitive understanding of what Phoenix Street News is about. Where are you guys now with it, and what do you need to make it better? I mean, where are you in terms of again making it better?
Yeah, what we need now is soldiers. We need commission sales people because we offer probably the largest commission in the industry, like 45%, right? Okay, so digital advertising is kind of a subjective uh, value. It can be worth millions or worth nothing. You know what I mean? If you got a website and 5 people going to it, okay, it's worth this. If you got a website and 10,000 people going to it, oh, it's worth a little bit more. Okay, so now, based on what kind of ad a person is selling, you know, we get the opportunity to manipulate the prices. You know what I mean? So if say, for instance, a display ad is gonna cost you, oh, let's say it's gonna cost you $100 a month, or just to throw something. Well, that's kind of big. That's kind of big for a small business. Say it's gonna cost you $20 a month. It's gonna cost you $20 a month. You got your little business card size ad. Like when you're scrolling down the website, bam, you'll see Margaret's Chicken Shack and shit. You know what I mean? Okay, so now that ad is gonna cost you $50 a month. $50 times 12 is X. Well, if you paid for 12 months, which a salesperson is going to try to sell you so you can get them a lump sum, right? And they can get 40% of that lump sum. Because for me, as a magazine, I need reoccurring payments. I need the renewal. You know what I mean? That's when, I mean, we making 50% of that sale, but that salesperson just made, if it's like $50, let's say if it was for 10 months where they get a deal, that's $500. Okay, so that salesperson just got $200 for signing somebody up to get a display ad in the deal. So what we need is sales personnel, because when you have something that says we are a entertainment directory, we cater to bars, nightclubs, restaurants, other entertainment venues. Well, when people go to the magazine, they expect to see bars, they expect to see nightclubs, they expect to see entertainment venues. They expect to see.
Hold on.
So,
all right. So hold on. Now that may answer my next question. So, okay, we have haters in our field, of course, respectfully. You know, people don't like to see, you know, people like us moving the way we move. I mean, I started with 35 subscribers, and in 4 months, you know, we around 4,000 now. You know, right. And at the same time, with that being said, so like you with the negative, you get the positive. You know, it's hand in hand.
Well, you know,
on your real quick on your on your website, you know, people try to give negative reviews and stuff of that nature, and then as I'm listening to you, I feel like you actually just answered why. If they're expecting to see certain things and you're not able to actually do it because you're not having the personnel, or to not can be continuous with the posting of the ads, or rather the current events or and stuff of that nature.
Yeah.
This brings me again to the question, like, okay, so what is it that's needed to actually make it better? And I feel like I have that answer now. But at the same time, even with me, just as recent as 3 days ago, I've had someone that I've worked with in the past tell me, "Hey, I listened to your show, but I couldn't listen. I mean, I couldn't even hear your volume and this and that or whatever." And I thought about it, I was like, "Wow, so you actually telling me about the beginning phases of what we were doing. Like we
Right.
are
Right.
like so far in right now. That was like many. That was the beginning episodes and stuff of that nature.
Right.
Have you
Right.
listened to what we did now, or
Right.
are you actually? Which again, 4 months. It's like I know for a fact he's not talking about 4 months ago. He's talking about now. But at
Right.
the same time, when he went backwards, or whenever he actually listened or checked out a video or something of that nature, it's like, okay, well, he saw something in the beginning phases and then was like, nah, this ain't it. So like I had to tell him, I'm like, well, that's funny, because clearly you have not been actually checking out what I have now,
Right.
because that was a phase that I had to grow with, and I did not, and I will not. And I'm letting people know now, I will not delete those mistakes in the past, because all of the mistakes is what I need you guys to see how we are able to grow, where we started and where we become. This is the floor, this is the ceiling, but that ceiling just keeps rising and
Keep
rising and
rising.
up.
Keep
You see what
rising.
I'm saying? But at the end of the day, this same individual, he said that in the beginning paragraphs and then ended it off with, "Y'all want to do business with you." Ah, ah,
Ah. Oh.
ah.
Wait a minute. Hold
And
on.
yo, I promise you, he in the very beginning of the conversation, he was speaking about a girl. Asked me if I knew a certain female, or whatever, and I said I didn't know her. And this is how God works. She came walking by during that conversation. I'm
Right.
like, there she go get her. You know what I mean? Go get her. He like,
Right.
nah. I need to be right here. I want to do business. Oh, aha. So
Uh-huh.
you're critiquing, but at the same time shooting me down, but at the same time trying to hold on.
But
I don't want to let go.
check out the strategy in that. They shoot you down in order to diminish your value. So when they try to come in with you, it's like, since you ain't really doing that much like that, you ought to let me come in and
But
start.
that's the point. That's the point right there. Case point, signed, sealed, and delivered. That's the reason why I post the old videos and I keep them there,
Mhm.
because you are not seeing me fold or diminish or any of that nature. Because
Right.
again, if you actually watch from then to now, I've actually been still steadily
Then
climbing with
study.
those same mistakes. You
Yeah,
understand?
and you know
Not
what?
making the same mistakes over and over again, but with those being there.
Right.
Yes, I get people saying, "Hey, why you interviewing this person or that person, this and that or whatever." It's like, yo, listen, man, this is business.
Yeah.
We this is what I'm here to do. I have a segment called His Story from the Other Side. That's something deep right there, where I feel people with no vocals, no voice, have an opportunity. The people that have been left behind, the people that were has-beens, the people that got pushed under the rug. This is their time to tell their story. So
Right.
at the
Right.
same time, people be like, yo, nobody don't want to hear them. Nobody want to hear them. Yes, they do. You know
You
why?
know
Because
what,
there's always
bruh?
an underdog in everything.
Well, no, this is the thing.
Everything.
This is the way I approach that, because I do the same thing with my interviews with artists. but I do interviews with people in business, artists, everything. It don't matter. And whoever I interview, I make it a point to start from who you are, where you come from, blah blah blah, birth, because everybody has a story, and everybody's story is important. Everybody's story is different. It might be a short story if you don't live long, or it might be a long story with some tragedy, with some good times, and everything in it. And a lot of people have similar stories. So when you listen to somebody's story, it's somebody else out there that's going to hear that and say, that same shit happened to me. I can relate to that. I grew up the same way, because it ain't that many different lifestyles. There are a set amount of lifestyles, and everybody fits into one of them categories. And when you hear somebody's story, bad or good, you can look at your own story and not feel so bad or feel good, because you ain't by yourself.
Exactly. Yo, but ladies and gentlemen, we are at that mark now. We are gonna have to get back together very soon. I need to get you back on here because there's some topics that we spoke about behind the scenes that I would like to actually speak in front of the scenes that we weren't able to get to today or right now this very minute. But at the same time, man, we have to do this again very, very, very soon.
No doubt about it, man. We just, as a matter of fact, it might be something that we can do once a week or something like that, and we can alternate. I can be a guest on your show, you can be a guest on my show. We can kick around.
Let's reconvene and come back on, man, because
okay,
there's stuff that need to be heard. There's stuff
I like
that need to be heard.
Yeah, I like your format. And
and I wasn't even able to get through it all, but you
got some interesting stuff.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna close this out. I'll talk to you behind the scenes real quick.
All right, for sure.
For real, yo, for real, yo, for real, y'all.